Ooh, there we go.
Much better.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me see.
What's poppin', y'all? And I'll post this one.
Hey, with my middle finger. Hey.
What's poppin'?
I know people gonna tune into this one. They're like, polygamy? What? What are y'all talking about today?
All type of shit.
Hey. We're gonna get started real quick on this one. Let's talk.
Well, if y'all don't know, my name is Renee Charles, born and raised in Little Haiti.
We ain't get started yet. We letting the people come in. You ready?
Oh, I'm gonna let them know.
You ready? Got your drink going. Hey, girl. Got your drink going. Got your drink flowing.
And thank you for having me here, though.
Thank you for coming here, for being, live in the spot with me. We're still not back at the studio just yet, but it's cool because we at the crib. We at the crib. I see quite a few people are coming in. Probably some of your friends. You told your friends?
Yeah.
They coming in?
I posted
All right. Good. Hola. All right, y'all. So we're going to get ready to get started. I'm going to play the intro first, and then you're going to go ahead and introduce yourself. All right. Mimosa, these bars and... Got to start it off right. Why it always start? Rapping. Mimosa, these bars in the holster. Pouring up a drink, put my name on the poster. Women who can rap make you come a little closer. Yeah. Step out the whip, drop a tip to my chauffeur. New guest on my list. Champagne spot my hips. It's time to get lit. Y'all know what it is. Rap, and mimosas. Woo! And we are live with another great episode of Rap and Mimosas. Today I have here with me Mr. Renee Charles.
What's poppin', y'all?
Okay, and today's topic is all about polygamy, open relationships, sex, anything that is technically out of what the world still considers to be normal. If y'all hear my dog crying in the back, I promise he's okay. He just wants to be out because he hears me talking, okay? We're still not back at the studio, but Mr. Renee has bared with me because we were supposed to have this talk like at least a month and some change ago. We started talking about having it before my birthday,
right.
And then he chartered the yacht for me for my 29th birthday.
Yo, her yacht speech, her birthday speech was it's
going
down to history.
Go down to history, right? That was a good impromptu speech. I cannot tell a lie. I thoroughly enjoyed giving it, but he did such a great job, and he's such a free, open spirit. What's up, Max? Right, he's such a free, open spirit. So I really wanted to bring him on the show because I felt like we could have a nice, healthy dialogue about polygamy, about what it is versus what it is not, what it takes to be in that type of relationship, or what it takes to be in a relationship that is technically not monogamy, because I think we've normalized monogamy to the point where I don't believe it's for everybody. I think it's for some people, but I think some people are lying to themselves, and that's why we have a lot of unhealthy concepts out here on what it means to be in a healthy relationship. So before we get too deep into polygamy and what that is, or we start chopping it up and start rapping, I want you to introduce yourself. Heads up, y'all, I was drinking earlier. I was on another podcast, okay, not my own.
She's always working, y'all. Stop playing with her. Stop playing with her, y'all.
I was invited on another podcast,
Booked and Busy,
okay, and we drank some mimosas on there, so I'm giving my good old body a nice water break, all right, so that I can be great, but Mr. Renee is not on that. Yeah, so I got Renee, sitting pretty right now with the drink, okay.
Not sitting pretty.
Sitting pretty. Well, okay,
all
sitting
right.
handsome. Mr. Renee, go ahead and introduce yourself.
If you haven't seen me before, I'm Renee Charles. I'm from Little Haiti, Miami. I'm Haitian. I ICM graduated from FIU with shit that don't matter anymore. Like, for real, bro. A financial degree. That shit doesn't mean anything for real. It's more, I don't know, I charter yachts. I curate vibes for beautiful people. And I find myself, like, jumping into polygamy just by chance and making sense of it by common sense.
Okay, so let's talk about it. First of all, for those who don't know, before we talk about how you got here, what is polygamy?
Well, Polyamory is to be able to share your love with multiple people. You know,
Okay.
I truly feel like love is limitless. I don't feel like there's a bound to love. And love is not just romantic love. There's all types of love that can be fulfilling and be, you know, like beneficial to people's growth. So polyamory is to be able to share your love with multiple people.
Okay.
Polygamy is actually being married to more than one person. You feel me? Polyamory is being married to, not polyamory. Polygyny is when man is married to two women. Polyandry is when a woman is married to two guys.
Oh, look at that. Okay, let's say it one more time.
Polygyny is when a man is married to two women, and
Okay.
polyandry is when a woman is married to two guys. Which I do believe, if a woman has the resources and the men that are willing to participate in that like dynamic, go for it. Like, rule your kingdom, queen. You feel me? But in that same respect, you got to understand that we should have the ability to go ahead and create an ecosystem where our queens can thrive as well.
Okay, so let's get into it. When it comes to being in a relationship, thank you, and you're a man with multiple women, you know, and of course this will be polyamory, right? How did you get into it? And then we'll talk about how does it work. How did you first get into it? You've done monogamy before?
Yeah, I've been in monogamous relationships, but then I realized I had to look at nature first, right? I looked at nature, I looked at the bees, and I looked at flowers.
Okay.
And then I started looking at lions. But let's start with the bees. I never seen a flower or even thought about a flower being like, I'm only gonna pollinate with this bee forever. Me and this bee is gonna be like, it's just us. We're gonna pollinate and have the, you know, or a bee only choosing one flower. No, the bee pollinates many flowers.
Okay.
And then I looked at the lions, like the king of the jungle supposedly, and the lion's like pack or lion's tribe is a man and multiple women, and majority of the time, not all the time, the women know what's up. They know what's going on.
Okay.
Even in Lion King, did you know Simba and Nala?
Mm-hmm.
They're like brother and sister, kinda, or cousins.
Kinda, yeah. It seemed that way. That it was. I always looked at that as like a what's it called? A maid marriage. Like they knew from the get go that they were supposed to get married.
But there was only two lions in that in that pack or pride.
So so now you trying to say Mufasa was her daddy?
Yeah, it had to be. It wasn't Scar.
Damn. Why you ruining childhoods?
I'm just saying it's been here, you know. You gotta look at nature. I looked at nature and I looked at my nature. That's all I was saying. And my nature is like I'm not a man. I'm not a one woman man.
Okay.
And I accepted that. And there's women that if you're transparent enough, you tell them the truth, that they'll probably be on the same page too. Most women aren't, and that's okay. I'm not for most women.
Okay, facts.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But the women that can like make sense of it and see the value of 3 different incomes coming into a household, you know, or see the value of like letting go of possession or some of the shit that comes with being monogamous. There's a lot of possessive, ego-driven qualities that stems from monogamy. Even cheating stems from monogamy.
Explain.
Cheating doesn't exist. It's just a failure to communicate.
So, okay, my concept is, let's say you and I were in a monogamous relationship.
It stems from monogamy.
Okay, all right. So let's say, okay, we're together. You and I. So do you feel like if you and I were in an open relationship, there's no concept of cheating? Or because I've seen some people say there's no such thing as cheating. It's just a breaking of an agreement, right? Yeah. So like, if we have an agreement that's just going to be you and I, and then you go out of that agreement
without communicating,
without communicating, and you go and you be with someone else, right? Now it's a problem.
Yeah, but why is it a problem?
Because that's not the agreement. Maybe I can't handle
that's all
you
it is. It's
being
your ego.
with.
That's all your ego. It's all your ego being bruised. And then we got to move past that, because you can grow so much after your ego is like, when you recognize it's just my ego, you're safe, you're still alive, and the actions of the other person have nothing to do with you.
That's a fact. I will agree with that.
So why are we holding on to something that has nothing to do with us? It's like me as a man, and I understand like being in open relationships, polyamorous relationships, the action of the other person, just like the action of myself, has nothing to do with the other person. Like, it can sound a little cold-blooded, but...
Cold-blooded. Cold world.
But you have to build. Like, if you're trying to build something, if I have to build an ecosystem for not just myself, for other people, I need and it need to be a safe space to like be radically transparent.
Okay.
Like I need to be a safe place for like that openness, to open-mindedness, to be able to be like, damn, I'm wrong. Personal accountability need to be strong. Like if you say if you genuinely desire, you're curious about another person, to be involved with another person, communicate that with me. I don't own you, baby. I don't own you. I don't possess you. So that you shouldn't operate in fear with me.
Okay.
You feel me? But regardless, I don't own and I don't control what you do, but I will watch what you would rather do. You feel me? I'm not going to stop you from doing what you want to do, but I will pay attention to what you choose to do in the context of our relationship.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. How did you get into the polyamorous life? Because, you know,
tired of lying to women.
You got tired of lying. So you decided to start telling the truth, which is that you want to be with more than one woman from time to time.
No, I don't want. It's not just I want to be with more than one. I want to build a community with me and 2 other women.
Okay.
So if I start monogamous, that's fine, and we branch off.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily I'm with one woman, I'm constantly stepping out or going to be with another woman. No, but my girl typically likes women.
Okay.
So we can do that together. So it's not like I'm going out time to talk about myself. But if you want to see somebody we like, bring her home. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
You know, that's a difference.
So you still have guidelines that you go by.
Absolutely.
Because I think
principles.
Because I think sometimes the way that a lot of people, I won't say everybody, but a lot of people that I've previously had communication with about it, they often felt like it's a lawless land. As if like
you need to create order.
Okay.
And as a man, you need to have some type of virtue in you to, like, if you're building something or you're just using it for low frequencies, like this is just a sex thing and you're using polygamy to just get pussy. I've been on that side too.
Okay.
But what I do, it's not necessarily as fulfilling. What's fulfilling is creating an ecosystem that's there's order in chaos.
Now, I've also had conversations with people where they say polyamory or being in a relationship with 2 women or multiple people is not for the broke.
Right. That is absolutely true.
That is okay. So
absolutely true. Yes. And this is the beauty about where I am, because I'm young and sexy.
Oh yes, young and sexy.
As you need resources or access to resources that can put your people in a position to make money. You know, if you're not bringing in $5,000, $6,000, $10,000 a month, you know, to go ahead and supply and create an ecosystem, like, you know, you're paid for, your house paid for, but if you can create spaces where your relationships, as she's a bartender, your relationship get her booked 3 times out the week, or your relationship with this gets her on her, like, I need a yacht assistant. So my girl, typically, who I'm with at the time, helps me out and I shoot her some money. Or if she gets me a deal, I shoot her some money this way. It's like, money needs to be coming in. I don't know, most women, you may have to have it all bagged out. Nah, I create spaces so we all can make this table grow. If that's the time that we on. If you focusing on your bag, focus on your bag. You can leave, you can come back, that's on you.
Okay.
You feel me? I don't own you, so I'm not going to trap you. But if you choose to, I want you all in. I want you engaged in what's going on here.
Okay.
You feel me?
And you could say she could do the same thing, like bring you into what she's doing.
Well, no, not necessarily. If she's trying to run a tribe in a kingdom, I'm very selfish in this because I feel like I'm a king of kings. I won't say that often, but I truly feel that way. So as I respect you as queen to go ahead and do that, I'm not that gentleman to share with another man or woman.
Okay.
That's just not for me. But there are gentlemen that's out there for you. Feel me?
Do you think they exist?
Absolutely. There's a lot of beta men out there who would love to work with another man to, like, uplift the woman that they both want. Absolutely. There's a lot of niggas out there. Don't let these fake gangsta ass niggas fool you. They getting pegged. Don't let these fake. Yeah, hell yeah. Don't let none of that shit. Just say what you want to these niggas. You want 2 boyfriends? Say that.
How do people get past this part? Because I feel like we live in an age, in a place of, like, non-transparency, like we talked about, where they don't want to be honest and transparent. Or someone, and I won't even just say with other people, but with themselves about what they want.
Ask more questions. Ask better questions.
Okay.
Instead of, like, telling a girl what you want, how about you ask her? And, like, you'll get a completely different response, and it may be in alignment of what you want. I had to learn to ask better questions to get what I want in life.
Give me an example. What do you mean?
All right, this one works, and this is only for guys who are looking to just get a nut. This is not for guys who want to get married.
Okay.
How can I make you come tonight?
Okay.
That's a good question.
All right.
whatever your response is somewhere
Okay.
in what I want.
So what if her response is no matter what?
And that's okay, regardless. Even if she's not on that time, that's fine. I'm not for most women. Keep it moving.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. But I'm honest and transparent about what I want. I didn't say what I want. I asked the question.
Instead. And you get a response from that.
That aligns with
what it is that you feel you're looking for, or it opens the door.
Opens a realm.
To what it is you're looking for. So do you feel like, and you're like, and if for anyone who's never been around Renee is like such an interesting character, but an interesting spirit too, because he feels free when you're with him. This man spends all of his time in nature. Like, I
got a butterfly garden. Follow me. You're gonna see the whole metamorphosis shit.
Like, he has a garden, and if when he's not in the garden, he's in water.
Yeah.
Okay, and in the sun. Literally, all of his time is with nature. So his spirit very much so feels free, even when you first encounter him as an individual, as a human being. When it comes to like women, right? And engaging with these women, do you ask them, hey, is polyamory something for you?
I let them know that this is the realm that I'm on.
Okay.
And majority of the time, I don't really pursue women who have little to no interest in me. There's a lot of thing with guys that like to pursue women who clearly have little to no interest in them. And it's like, all right, go ahead, dummy. I pursue and I literally like, come dance with me. Come on an adventure with me. To women who show that they have high levels of interest in me. Because if you have little to no interest in me, it's like you don't like me for being me.
Yeah.
Why am I going to prove to you that me being me is, you feel me? So no. So I set boundaries with those women. And they don't like that. They do like that.
What do you mean you set boundaries?
There's no reason for me to be communicating with you. You don't like me.
Oh.
For what? Why are you talking to me? Why are you like, you want me to be like some inconsistent form of affection that you feel like you have access to?
Oh, damn.
That's not true. I'm not that. And I'm not a dummy. You're not going to trick me out, baby. You need my info to trick niggas out. You need this type game. I'm not them niggas. So I'll go play with my caterpillars and shit. I go around with nature. Before I deal with a woman who has little interest in me and then manipulate me to be a bank account. I'm not that. I'll deal with the women who like me for me. Like all of me. And this is a lot, baby. This is a lot. Like if you're not ready for this, don't hop into don't swim in these waters. This is a lot.
Okay. And you're very transparent about that. What did it take for you to get to the point? Because you're confident, you're self-assured. Explain. What do you mean failure?
Failures, lessons after lessons, after heartache after heartache. After none of this shit gets easy, nigga. You gotta get stronger as a man. And if you want something in life, you have to like first believe in yourself. Because the world don't give a fuck about shit if you don't believe in yourself.
Facts.
You can't manifest shit if you don't believe in yourself. And there's times where that belief falls a little bit, bro. But don't let it break you. Like, cause there's times where I don't feel as confident. There's times where I don't feel as, and I'm around women who expect me to hold that certain stature, that certain posture at all times. And even as a Haitian man, black man, whatever, there's not a place where you can truly be vulnerable. In very least, when you go speak to other alphas, you speak to other people who, like, you feel me, who've been through the same shit you do. But when you don't feel down, you have to find ways to release. And being in nature, playing the drums, working out, being like changing my state helps me do that.
Okay.
It helps me do that. So there's times I could be with multiple women, but I have to be away from them at times. I gotta go align myself, like tap into that source again so I can be fulfilled. So when I come back, you can get the whole of me versus like, damn, I had a long ass week. I'm drained. I'm not functioning correctly. I don't want to give the people in my life that kind of me. Okay.
So you are connecting to source.
Yeah.
To in a sense get that energy back, that inner wisdom back. So do you feel like, because I know you said that you don't always feel like you can be vulnerable, I guess, in those situations.
Absolutely.
But wouldn't it be important in any relationship dynamic to be able to have a sense of vulnerability with your significant others?
Absolutely. I agree with that. Vulnerability is important. That's what like creates real raw relationships. Not even just vulnerability, but like shit talking too, bro. Like, you got to be able to talk shit with your girl. You got to talk shit with people that you care about. You got to be able to, like, throw the shits. If you're not able to throw the shits with somebody, then are they really your friend?
That's facts.
You feel me? And you got to annoy them, too, and they got to annoy you. They got to be sometimes, you got got LaShandra doing this shit. Like, I don't know why I deal with her, but I like her. You feel me?
Yeah.
You gotta have those types of, and those real feelings. We gotta go through shit too. Like, fuck, I ain't calling Renee no more, man. That man always do this. You gotta go through those.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of that.
You're not afraid of that.
I'm not afraid.
You welcome it.
Absolutely. Like, give me your all. Give me so I can know what I'm dealing with. So if I'm gonna accept you, let me accept you for who you are. And I found I had trouble accepting people for who they are because I had trouble accepting me for all of me. I felt like I had to dumb myself down so people can understand me and shit. I'm like, nah, fuck that. If you don't get me, you don't get me, nigga. You was never meant to get me, and that's all right.
And you feel like that with everybody.
Everybody. Right? It's not women. It's everyone. Everyone. I have to cut my time short and set boundaries with people who just don't get me. That's okay. It's a lot that's going on here. It's a lot. That's why I don't be around people. I be in.
You be in nature.
I be in nature.
You be with the trees and the plants.
They get me. You feel me? They energy tapped in. They get a nigga. But humans, they want me to be on other shit. I don't got time to be on the shit y'all on. Y'all worry about the wrong shit.
For those who are just joined in, we've been talking about relationships in general, but also when it comes to Mr. Renee Charles here is a believer in polyamory.
Yes.
Okay, so we've been
Share your love, baby.
We've really just been talking about, you know, what it means to be in a poly relationship. What advice would you share for a man in particular? We'll get back to the women. And for a man in particular that's thinking, because I you know, there's a lot of men out here who are saying things like that they could do poly or that we should normalize poly again.
Don't normalize it. Nah. Normalize monogamy. But I'll explain to you why I say that.
Okay.
But guys, if you want to practice polyamory, bro, tell women the truth and watch all your dreams come true. Stand on your shit though. Stand on your shit. If you wanna make her orgasm, bro, tell her that. How can I do that? Tell her the truth and then just stand on it. It all depends on her level of interest in you. For example, if she has a very high level of interest, like I'm an 8, 9, or 10 in her eyes, everything I say, I'm charming. I'm this, I'm that. But if I dare be a 4, 5, or 6, I'm a fucking creep. Immediately. Well, how dare I say these? I can say the same thing. I can say the same exact thing. So work on yourself until you get to a point of value where it's like, okay, I love myself enough to, if she doesn't love me, I still love me. So I can walk away with my confidence high. Or I love myself enough that when I talk to her, she sees some swagger in me.
Hello.
You feel me? She see like, oh, this man, he got confidence, he got a little swag. He can say this. Why? How can he say this? Or be the ugly nigga with that much confidence and like, how is this ugly nigga saying this right now? It's possible, man. There's too many women out here who are in desperate need of guidance. I'm sorry to say, they're in desperate need of guidance. Lost.
And when you say guidance, do you mean from a masculine man?
Yes.
Or do you explain?
Yes. I believe there's roles in this place, and I don't care how masculine you think you are as a woman, you're not a man.
That's facts.
Absolutely not. And you're probably like walked on a lot of beta niggas, and so you probably think, oh, you're machismo and this, that, until you come across a real man who looks in your eyes and make you bow down.
It makes you bow down. You know, some women gonna have a problem.
I have no problem with that. I'm not for most of them.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine with you having an opinion about that. But I'm very traditional. I'm traditional Haitian. I have chickens and shit at home. So I'm very traditional. That doesn't mean you don't follow your dreams. Mm-hmm. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
Don't get me confused. When I say traditional, I just mean that, baby, if I'm doing work in the house, I would like to come home to food.
Okay.
I like to, if I'm mowing the grass outside, bring me a sandwich, bring me something to drink. I'm working. I'm doing something. I'm not condoning or like promoting hyper female independence. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I'm working on camaraderie. We work together in unison. And if it's 3 of us, we work together in unison. If it's 4 of us, we work together in unison. We're going to learn to share, baby. We're going to learn to work together.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. It's not a difficult task to do. But you got to let go of that ego. You got to let go of the embarrassment. You got to let go of the fear. You got to let go of what people may think. You got to let go of, oh, he like her more. You got to let go of all that weak, low frequency shit in order for us to move in like a realm that's like, when you walk in a room with 2 beautiful women who are on the same page, the room shuts up for a moment.
Okay. So would you say that the masculine and the feminine technically bow down to each other to a certain degree? Because it's a mixture.
Yes.
Because, you know, if you go by when the Bible always talks about women being submissive, they always forget the fact that men also have to submit themselves as well. But it's just in a different capacity.
Yes.
So would you say that both submit themselves to each other, but it just looks different?
I agree with what you're saying. There's times I've submitted to. There's times I have, and you will always continue to submit to women in whatever capacity. Don't get that confused. But there are natural laws in play, and if you're not if you're not a masculine man, if you're a beta man, bro, just be yourself, bro. Just be yourself.
Someone asks, when she's working, do those same rules apply to you?
Yeah, absolutely, because I'm working. Go follow your dreams. My goal is to create a table where we all can thrive for generations.
I think she meant, like, as far as, like, you know how you're saying when you're working and they might bring you a sandwich or some water.
Damn
or
right.
something. Yeah.
Like, I cater and I caress my women. I make sure they're taken care of in different capacities. Whether it's monetarily, get your nails done, or emotionally, I'll be an ear. But I'm not always an ear. I'm not the outlet of your problem. Go see a therapist. You feel me? Come to me when you're whole. Go find a way to be whole, because I'm not your happiness and I'm not your peace. Be at peace with yourself. Be happy with yourself. So when you come to me, you're whole. So I can love you for your whole self. You feel me? I don't want to nitpick. Oh man, I don't want to deal with her because she's not happy today. Or you feel me? And you don't want to deal with me when I'm not happy. There's times where, hey, I need to confide in you. Can you be that ear for me? Cool. I'm gonna explain what's going on. Boom. Hey, you should look at it this way. Whoop-de-whoop. Positive. Thank you for that counsel. As a king, I respect counsel. I would love counsel from my woman. I'm not coming to you with my problems.
I feel it.
You feel me?
I feel it. Sometimes you got to be that listening ear or that venting solution. But, you know, other times people have to, like, go through the motions and kind of start to figure it out. I would say that. So, okay. So, that's the same question from before.
Yeah.
So, we've already talked about what men just need to be completely honest and transparent, which a lot of women say. A lot of women are always saying if a man was open, honest, and transparent with them from the get-go about what it is that they were looking for, it allows them the opportunity to say yes or no. And some of them will probably say yes, but when you take away the opportunity to, they end up getting stuck in this whole realm of you lied. So now it's
big
just
realm
like,
of you lied.
Yeah, so now it's just
I
like,
can't
all right,
trust you.
fuck it. Yeah, I can't trust you.
All of that.
I was actually having this conversation earlier today with someone else I was doing a podcast with, and I was like, you know, it's funny because if a man actually was honest, transparent, whatever, and had a woman...
Can we say when men are? Can we say like if?
Okay, when men are open, transparent, from the get-go, and completely themselves, it creates an environment with the right woman, right, where the woman is going to be comfortable with you and in her femininity to want to explore different avenues. A lot of times, I've realized, like, for me, and this isn't just sexually, but in general, with my vulnerability, with my femininity, the men who I feel comfortable with, I naturally want to do more for them and with them, right? Yeah. There might be things that I've thought about before that I might have been too embarrassed to say before, but now that I'm with this particular partner who makes me feel as if I can be honest and transparent with him, I want to explore it, and you've given me enough of the wiggle room to where I feel confident in telling you what I want to explore with you. And like I said, that's not just sexually, but in all realms of life, it makes me feel more confident in that. So honesty goes a long way. Women.
Wait, can I give guys one more little piece of advice?
Absolutely.
Hey guys, shut up and just listen. Like, ask an open-ended question. Like, allow her to express herself and just shut up and listen. Somewhere in there is exactly every key that you need. Now the women.
Oh shit! Now I don't know if it's Renee Charleston come on here. He giving all the good tea today. Okay, so then let me ask you this: for women who might be interested in trying polyamory, right? Because there are some women who I've met, and a lot of men I think will be surprised potentially because I think
the most beautiful women.
I think that people think monogamy is like a woman thing, but monogamy was not invented to benefit women from the get-go. No. Actually, monogamy was never meant to be beneficial to women.
Monogamy meant to stroke the man's ego.
Exactly. From the get-go, when you
jump.
Look at, like, women would give their chastity to a man, pretty much, right, for this financial gain, but women were supposed to be locked down,
right.
While technically the man had this whole authority thing going on while still being able to do whatever the fuck he wanted to, right. And have this whole look at, like, my house and my wife and my this and my that while doing X, Y, and Z. Right. And I'm going back to the original, way back in the day when monogamy was created. I'm not talking about the 1960s relationships. I'm talking about when you go all the way back to the original creation. So when it comes to women who are out here and they may be curious about trying polyamory,
right.
Or what did you say when a woman marries
polyandry.
Polyandry. Let's talk about polyamory first because polyandry is different, right? So if a woman is curious about polyamory, what advice would you give to her?
Shoot your shot. Like, don't be afraid to shoot your shot. I feel like when women shoot more shots, less men are ain't shit. I explained that. The only, like, so do you like women? Have you been with a woman? I don't know if you're able to say that. Mom, she's not listening.
Mom is not listening. I think I find some women attractive, yes.
Okay, cool. So for the women that like women, right? I pursue women, so I shoot my shot at women. The only reason I have more luck than most women who shoot their shot, maybe, because I did it more.
Okay.
I've been in the gym shooting shots a little bit more than most women who shoot shots.
Okay.
So I would encourage, if a woman likes a guy or wants to be, shoot your shot. You'll be surprised. Like, I feel like women shoot their shot like this. Well, that's his loss.
The eye contact,
that's none
you
of
know,
that.
and then
Guys don't think like
I
that.
might even initiate a conversation. I might lean into you.
None of that matters.
Like that.
Tell me what you want. Tell them the truth. Tell them what it is that you want. I promise you, when women shoot better shots, like women shoot shots like a girl. Let me tell you how, like, I absolutely do not like when a woman slaps another girl's ass. Not like, I'm just joking, but like, it's just visually unappealing to me.
Okay.
When a girl slaps ass, they do it like a girl. They slap ass like this instead of like grifting the ass like a, you feel me, like a meat
like
it is.
palming,
Yeah,
like basketball.
Oh, nice ass. Like, that's how you shoot shots, to me. If a woman, like if a woman was in my DMs, right? She was like, "Hey, you're so handsome," and I wanted to, and I'm like, red. No. I would prefer a woman be like, "Hey, you're a sexy motherfucker. I want to show you a good time tonight. Where we going?" Matter of fact, I got somewhere we can go. I'll tell you where meet me here.
You don't think that's a little too masculine in the energy?
No, I don't care about that. Tell me the truth. The truth has no gender. The truth has no like side. The spirit has no like masculine or feminine. The spirit is the spirit. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Be you. Like, I feel horny I feel like women feel horny just like men feel horny.
Okay.
And when I'm horny, I shoot my shot. That's the man. Oh, yes, I do. So, if women shoot better shots, I promise you, less men to be ain't shit, and you'll get exactly what you want.
How will less men be ain't shit if we shoot our shot?
Because guys are, you'll get the guy that you want. Instead of dealing with the guys who are shooting their shot at you, who are like, not what you want. Like, instead of, you wouldn't be worried about, oh, this guy's DMing me, this bullshit screenshot, show everybody, oh, look at this guy. Because you're shooting your shot at the nigga who's actually, damn, this works. Maybe I can do this again. And then you might realize, maybe I deserve 2 boyfriends because I'm good at shooting my shot.
So, okay, let's say I have a boyfriend,
right,
and I want to have another boyfriend.
I don't know about that. I don't know about shit like that. I'm not in that realm. I know if you have a girlfriend and you want to get another girlfriend, I can tell you about that. I'm not one of those guys who work with another nigga to make sure his woman, but there are men out there like that.
You know them?
I know the type of virtues that these niggas practice, so I can spot them out in the way they speak and shit.
What type of virtues do they practice?
Beta nigga virtues.
But people say beta niggas are weak, and
They're
hate
not.
that.
That's not it at all. Beta nigga virtues, like, in some alpha energies, women are chasing the man, in terms of like, a little bit different. In some beta energies, you have a man who's submitting completely to the woman. And you've seen that. You're my queen. It's just, let me put your feet up and this, that. It is like often. It's like, and it's glorifying, but technically, you know what she's thinking about? The nigga who's choking her, who's putting her face down in the pillow.
But so you saying beta men don't choke?
I don't know. I'm not a beta man. I'm just saying that the qualities of beta men are like known. You see them. It's completely different than the qualities of an alpha nigga. The only thing, like, we're talking about women who are looking for multiple guys. Mm-hmm.
So honest. You don't think a woman can have 2 alpha men as boyfriends?
She's a very badass bitch. She's badass. Now, I appreciate badass bitches to do shit like that. You got 2 alphas ready to hold you down. Damn right, do it, baby. I'm not stopping you. I wouldn't even look down. I'm not shaming or judging. I'm like, hey, what virtues you practicing? You got I want 2 alpha women. Well, I can get 2 alpha women. But I want 2 alpha women to walk next to me like that. Matter of fact, y'all coming with us. I like that.
Yeah.
I appreciate a woman who could run the kingdom. I'm not one of those guys who like, oh, I can have multiple women, but you can't have multiple. Hell nah. This world is big enough for all of that shit to like.
Okay.
You feel me?
Do you think, she said they always fight. She said, I met one, they always fight. Which one you met, Naturally D? You met one, I'm trying to think, maybe she met, I don't know if it's an alpha man with 2 women or
an alpha woman
with 2 men.
Yeah, I would love to see an alpha woman with 2 alpha men.
Like, now granted, there are some couples that are becoming more and more popular who are practicing, because polygamy is the marriage, right?
Right.
So that are in a polygamous actual marriage.
That's beautiful.
She said bad queen.
Oh, badass queen. Yeah.
Okay, so she had 2 alpha men. And she said they always fight, like the 2 men always fight.
That makes sense.
That they always fight each other.
Yeah, that would make sense. Absolutely. That absolutely makes sense.
But that goes against the harmonious aspect.
But
right?
that's the woman's fault. It's her job. If she's ruling that kingdom, it's her job to be the reflection of that energy. What happens is you got 2 men who are trying to be the reflection, who are trying to be the dominant figure. But no, it's her fault because she's the one who's the point of that dynamic.
Okay.
Like her virtue's not strong enough to get these niggas to be, hey, yo, we need to be in harmony. That makes sense.
So in other words, in a polyamorous relationship where let's say it's you and 2 women, you are technically supposed to be in control of that kingdom.
If I'm not harmonious, or like if I can't like articulate myself, or like if I can't bring this shit together, it's not gonna stay together. Unless they have, and I would prefer that they have a relationship outside of me.
Okay.
Absolutely. Please go do that. Go take her out. Hey, you wanna know what she likes? I'm gonna tell you. Go take her to this place. You can get her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I give you the tea. We all in the same house, but it's just fun. You gotta create scenarios of fun.
Okay.
You gotta create scenarios of like we talking shit. Why are you trying to rain on our parade? Go ahead, go talk to her, bro. I'm gonna go to sleep. Like you gotta create ecosystem where it's a family of just y'all 3. Cause sometimes, like, oh, I'm only talking to you, man. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. It's not it. It's not it. It's not like that at all. We're all in this together. We're gonna share.
Okay. So then I'll say, and guys, if you have any questions about polygamy,
drop them right
polyamory,
there.
was it
openness, open relationships?
Okay, so let's talk about the difference between being in an open relationship, right, and then being in a polyamorous one, because there is a difference.
A little bit.
Well, okay, what's the little difference?
Open relationships, your dom greasing other niggas and just communicating with you. Polyamory, she could possibly be doing the same, but it depends on how you set your foot down as a man. If you're in an open relationship, ain't no way around it. Some nigga gonna come and knock your dom off. Polyamory, that's a possibility too, but that's depending on the nigga that you are. That makes sense?
So in a polyamorous relationship, is it limited to just how many people y'all decide are in the relationship? Like it's a communication thing, right?
It's a very much because remember, sharing love is not limited to romance.
Okay. So, I mean, but that goes to platonic friendships and things too.
That's all that shit's in polyamory.
Okay.
All that shit's definitely in polyamory because I have to deal with that when you have a close friend that's a guy that's been there your whole life and you've seen each other naked, but you guys are not like that, and you have to be comfortable with them going over there. You have to like develop.
I get that.
And all that comes with am I secure in this? Am I as confident as I am in this every time? And people you just ask me, like, how do you develop that confidence? It come with the territory, dog.
You got to kill the ego.
You got to. Like, you only got to operate off what you know, not what you think you know. If you practicing radical transparency, you got to trust that your dom is being completely transparent with you. And regardless if she's not, that has nothing to do with you. That's all to do with her. And you know that you made the wrong decision in putting that puzzle piece into your kingdom. And that's all that is. And you got to keep moving forward. If you're not ready to move forward, if you're going to, oh, she hurt me, she broke my heart, then you ain't ready for this, nigga. You ain't nowhere near ready for this. Because this is going to happen 5-10 times over before you get it right. And are you ready for that?
Okay. So, wait, someone said, how do you compromise on who will be in your relationship or not? If she wants someone in the relationship and you don't or vice versa?
Communicate. Communicate. And why don't you want that person in a relationship? Is it your insecurity? And that's a real thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you got insecurity about it, express that and realize why you insecure. Work on it. Can you work on it well? Can you be vulnerable to express your insecurity? You feel me? And even if she fuck with you enough to not fuck with him, or she don't respect you enough to fuck with him. There's doms who don't respect the niggas that they with, and they will cheat on you. I've been the nigga that doms come to Miami on a yacht, and they do this the nigga. This one of the niggas.
Yeah, because he is the yacht man.
Yeah, like doms come on my boat and cheat on niggas, and it's not sad to say, but it's the reality of it. I don't live in a fantasy world. So when I live in reality, I peep what works in reality. Tell doms the truth, and
that's just someone who just joined. That's still the same question.
Oh, that's still
the same one about how do you compromise. So
how would you compromise?
I would ask questions as far as, because I think, and I look at it because I haven't been in a polyamorous relationship, right? But I think I have been in relationships to where I had a significant other who was uncomfortable with maybe a friendship that I had that was prior to them, right? So we did have to have the conversation on what was making them uncomfortable. I would ask, because I had to be sure, like, was it something that I was doing unintentionally? Because sometimes you have a certain comfort with someone else, and that may be, outside of a boundary that my significant other has. Right, so I want to have that communication with you. Now, if we're having the communication and it's nothing that I'm doing per se, you're just uncomfortable, even if it's with someone I've never had a sexual relationship with
or
a romantic relationship with on top of that, and then it's like, okay, that's an insecurity. And now we have to talk about how will you deal with your insecurity so it doesn't affect our relationship. Because if you're asking me to not be in a friendship with someone, not because of something they have done or we have done to disrespect you or the relationship that I'm in with you, then in my mind, okay, it's an insecurity. And
what type of man are you?
And then it becomes, because then what I realize is when men, and I'm speaking from men because I've dated men, right? But when the men I've met are lacking in other areas where they feel like they can't support themselves or they lack control in other areas of their life, finance, spiritually, sexually, whatever, they will then try to control me. And they'll reach for the nearest thing that they feel that they can have control over. Right. So if it is our relationship that they would now like to have extra control over, what I wear, who I'm talking to, different things like that. I've had those encounters.
That's the possessive qualities of somebody who's like driven in ego.
Yes.
So.
And in any relationship, I realize ego has to die. Even if not outside of poly. Yeah.
It's like you and your homegirls or you and your sisters. Like, that shit is very necessary in order for it to grow. I gotta sacrifice my ego too. Like, there's times where it's reapparent. It'll come back up because of the type of person that I feel I am inside. You feel me? Like, I think the world of me. You feel me? I do. I think the world of me. If there's a thing after the world, I'll think that of me too. Like,
Go ahead, as you should.
For real. Like, however, I would like, when I'm growing with somebody, I don't pussyfoot around. Like, if I meet you, I'm telling you where I am right now. This is where I am. Everything in the past, I'll talk to you about that later. If I'm getting to know you, this is where I am right now. And are you able to accept me for where I am, who I am, like, in this point in time? If you can't do that, that's not a problem. I'll just keep it pushing. You feel me? I don't take shit personal. Niggas shouldn't take shit personal when you in this realm. Like, there's a lot of women who's not into shit like this. There's a lot of women who like this shit but don't know how to articulate it. So you just gotta be able to, like, guide them. Some niggas don't even know how to guide them, so they feel like the dom don't know, they don't know, and they both at odds. Like, we both don't know. And that energy is felt. If you don't want to have sex with a woman, put her in the state of I don't know.
Oof.
Like, if you in a I don't know and nobody's having sex, you're not connecting at all, at the very least.
Yeah, because I can't stand confusion. Confusion is just such a turn off.
It is.
Confusion of spirit, confusion of what we're doing,
right.
Confusion on if, like, you genuinely like me or not. If I feel confusion, I got to dip out.
Right.
I got to dip out for my own mental sanity at this point in my life, at my big age. I'm not 21 or 19 no more just dealing with this shit. I feel I'm too old. Take your ass on.
Facts. And be willing to cut niggas off in a heartbeat. I cut women off in a heartbeat. It's not like nothing. It's not nothing personal.
That's where I struggle.
Cutting niggas off?
I struggle with, like, once I get to a point of, like, oh, we've developed something or we've been in a relationship for a while or whatever it is, I struggle with letting go. That's where my struggle has been.
It's going to sound cliche, but it's one day at a time. Trust. Listen, and I'm not going to say trust me. Trust that I'm trusting me when I say it's one day at a time. When you let go, it's more about action, too.
Okay.
Because letting go, it stems from niggas thinking about, like, what it is. And you know what stops thinking?
Mm-hmm.
Action. Doing 25 push. Just do it. Like, do it. Everything you ever thought. I'm going skydiving tomorrow, but she hasn't answered.
Did it.
Yeah, when?
I did it. We're in July. I did it in, I want to say February.
February?
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
did it a couple months ago. It was dope. Scared shitless, but it was dope.
That was your first time?
Yeah.
That's my second.
See, and they say that a lot of people who do it the first time, they go back, and I'm just like, I don't know if I want to jump out of a plane twice. I feel like it's Russian roulette. I got a lot going on.
Do it.
Jumping out the plane twice. But I guess it's like the same thing with doing relationships or love or anything. Like, life is always a gamble. Every time you get in a car, it's a gamble.
I got into an accident.
Yeah, you got into an accident today, and you're thank God that you're still here. You're alive. You're safe. As far as the physical aspect of you. So that's a blessing. But we take gambles every single time hell, even being in our houses now, people crazy. People like to break in. People like to do all type of stuff. Got to be strapped up.
We got to take gambles with who we, like, allow into our lives. When we take those type of gambles, you got to be secure in yourself. And if you're not ready to be out there, don't be out there. Like,
that's a fact.
Like, you ever been outside of a relationship and I've tried to fill wounds and try to fill voids with sex because I'm sexy, I'm young, I can make shit happen. That's not it's a way to go. There's no right and wrong. It's just a way to go. It's just not the most fulfilling way to go for me. A more fulfilling way to go is to, like, build something that's, like, timeless.
Yeah.
Dog, I watch my caterpillars eat these fucking milkweeds, and I know that, like, I have, like, 20 plus caterpillars on, like, 3 plants.
Okay.
And just me watching them working and eating shows me, like, damn, in 9 months or maybe 4 months or 5 months, I'm gonna have a colony of butterflies in front of my door. And not for anybody, but one day I might just go, like, record, open my door, and just butterflies flying around. And in my heart, I'm like, damn, this is my life. To me, that's rich as fuck. Rich as fuck, because I seen them as caterpillars.
Yeah.
I watched them grow. They ate my plants. Like, my purpose in that specific time was to grow these miraculous creatures in front of my door.
Okay. That
takes your mind... I was talking about doing to take your mind off, like, the other shit. Do something. Like, nurture your spirit instead of like, oh, all right, I'm gonna knock off beautiful women because beautiful women want me. No, go do something. Fulfill yourself. Think about something that's gonna be the next version of you. Because at the end of the day, you're never gonna lose women focusing on your purpose, but you're gonna lose your purpose focusing on a whole bunch of women.
And a lot of times that's what people think polyamory is. Just focusing on multiple women with multiple people, and having lots and lots of sex or being reckless in the streets. And it's the opposite. It's literally just, would you say that you feel more free in polyamory than you have in monogamy?
Without sex, yes.
What do you mean without sex?
Even excluding sex, I feel more free in operating in a polyamorous lifestyle.
Okay.
Because I can share my love unlimitedly. You feel me? There's no limit to how much I can share my love. You feel me? Whereas for being monogamous, I feel like I have to operate in these possessive ass qualities and, like, you mine, you only mine, and I'm yours, I'm only yours. And that's not really the case. That ain't the case for real. And you don't own me. No matter how much you think you do, you don't own me. And I don't own you too. All
right, let me see. If willing to be transparent, but my partner, not poly, does not want to know, is that okay long term? So he's saying he's willing to possibly be, like, transparent and have, like, an open kind of situation, open relationship, but his partner is like, well, don't ask, don't tell. And there are some couples, even marriages, that operate with that capacity.
Swingers. If you're not open to, like, take it one step at a time. Either try to swing your shit Or
she not. She don't sound like she open at all.
If she's not open, okay. If she's not open at all,
but she's kind of like don't ask, don't tell. Like, all right, that's what you say you want to do.
But don't say that. Nah, yeah. I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want you to know. I want you to be engaged. I don't want to ever feel like I'm doing something that's behind your back. I want you to know what the fuck going on. Mm-hmm. And I want you to know what the fuck going on. I want you to be on the same page with me. I don't want you to be like, oh no, if I don't see it, it never. No, it's not that. This is what I am, and this is who I am. If that's not for you, then we gotta have an honest conversation about where we are in this relationship. Mm-hmm. I'm not for you for real, because this is what I have accepted in my life. And if you love me, you accept me for me, right?
Yeah.
Right? So if that's the case, then that's how I gotta move. And I gotta have a serious conversation. Maybe this relationship is not where we are. Like, that's not where we're supposed to be.
Hopefully that answered your question. So in other words, long term, long term, he's at least not with it, or he's at least not okay with it long term. All right. I felt off about it. Oh, okay. So he felt off about doing that because he didn't want to do nothing behind nobody's back.
Right. Nobody want to do that. Nobody want to like operating like that.
So would you say that the girl maybe still has to like die to her ego? Like she's like, is she really like because she probably genuinely doesn't want to do it.
This is how I see it. There's people who do whole shit and there's people who do square shit.
Okay.
You feel me? So whole shit ain't for square niggas.
Okay.
And square shit ain't for hoes. Hoes like to do whole shit. Hoes like to do whole shit that make them rich hoes. They like to do whole shit to get the rich hoe shit.
Okay.
Squares just squares. I don't want to do none of this. I'm not part of none of this. I don't want none of this. I'm not wasting my energy on squares when I do whole shit.
Okay. So y'all got to be in the same energy.
You got to be on the same
The energy
page.
got to match. The energy got to match. Right. Ooh, so speaking of that, like that can go with a lot of things. Even once again, if you're gonna be with one person, like if you guys are not that's compatibility 101. Right. So that's like if I like to do a whole bunch of freaky stuff sexually, but my partner's super conservative, then even if we get along, we're probably not compatible for longevity or long term,
yes.
Long term commitment, or it could even be that's when you get like spirituality.
Right.
If you're a diehard Christian and the person that you're trying to date is not into Christianity whatsoever, longevity wise, that might, for the moment, it might be cool. Y'all might get along, but then longevity wise, that sounds like a very frustrating relationship to be in, especially because sometimes people go into those type of situations, they expect the other person to eventually change their mind or conform, and you can't go in like that thinking that someone's going to, because you end up being frustrated with yourself and with them.
Or even on the opposite side, where as a person, you actually conformed. Like, I went from, this is me personal, small story, I went from being a vulture, vieneg, like, whore, to lover boy.
Okay.
I lost a woman because I was a lover boy, and I was moving in the context of lover boy versus the whore.
What's a lover boy for you?
For me, for specifically taking my agenda off my purpose and focusing it on your perspective of me.
Ah, this must be young Renee.
Yeah, and these are all lessons that are learned in the process. Focus on your purpose always. If she fucks with you, she'll align with your purpose, whatever that may be.
Okay.
You shift the moment you shift your perspective to like making sure she likes you and she cares about you. Not like, yes, you caress your woman, but if you stop focusing on your purpose to make sure that happens, you lost her.
Oh.
You lost her for real.
All right, we're gonna get ready to start wrapping it up.
We gotta wrap.
We gotta wrap. I gotta make sure my speaker.
Let me get right.
You gotta get right. So you guys already know how we do it on Rapping Mimosas. Today, of course, is a little bit different because there was no mimosas. He had his drink.
I was drinking.
He had a little something in his cuppy cup. Okay, and I had my agua, my water. Okay, but you guys know we always end every Rapping Mimosas with a freestyle of some sort, and we done picked a different kind of beat today. So today, normally I do like some hip hop, but I had a specific request today to do either some drilling music, okay, right? Hey, we love you too. Thank you. I love Rapping Mimosas. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And we had a request to do either some some drill music or some soca music. By the way, guys, if you are not one of my main followers, maybe you're one of Renee's, please follow my personal page, but also follow Rap and Mimosas, okay, the actual page, because this is actually me starting to wrap up season 1. This is my first season doing a podcast. It's been, a lot of learning experiences. When I come back with my season 2, all right, I want to be going live strictly from Rap and Mimosas page. I don't want to be doing as much from my personal page, except for like my little personal stuff. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're going to get ready to freestyle. Of course, the topic is going to be, let's talk relationships, polyamory. So we have polyamory, polygamy, and I keep forgetting the one where the woman is like in her queendom. It's called polyandry. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully this has been an educational talk. It's not meant to inform you on everything, but it is meant to at least pique your interest enough to do your own research on what works for you compatibility wise. Right. Okay, I don't believe monogamy is for everyone. I don't believe polyamory is for everyone. Figure out what works for you. Be honest about that. And the biggest thing is communicate that shit and be relentless in pursuing that shit. That's what I got from Renee today.
Yo, she's a phenomenal host. Phenomenal. I need to see her on Saturday Night Live for like their own like.
Yo,
you feel me?
From your lips to God's ears, okay? Because I'm trying to do a TED Talk and everything. All right, so let's do what this beat hitting.
Okay, dance hall shit.
Some dance hall.
I'm gonna work on my Jamaican accent, y'all.
Oh goodness.
Okay. Bad man things, y'all. Actually, I'm a young nigga from the crib. I'm on my shit and I'm on my shit. Bad man from the crib, J.A. I lied. I'm from Lil Hay, from the A. I tell girls what I say. I tell them the truth every day and I do not play. Hey. Bad man things. Rapping mimosas. Tune in, y'all.
Oh shit, let me see. I might drop some. Okay.
What you got for me?
I don't have no Caribbean accent to go with this beat.
Make it up.
Okay.
Part of it.
Okay. Bullet. It's rapping mimosas. And we listening to soca. And your girl do it big. We talk polyamory, we do it big. Hey, and we like big things. Real big girl and they like big swings. And he swing a big stick, real big stick.
And he got a big
dick. Hey. We did it.
That was good.
That was good. Thank you, Mr. Renee. All right.
Nice.
Hopefully you guys have loved another episode of Rapping Mimosas, okay? I've had big fun here with Renee Charles. Look him up. I've tagged him in my title, of course, at Renee Charles.
So hot. Look at this, yes.
Man, yes. I should have turned. I'm so sorry.
No, this is good.
Renee Charles, this is the light too. Renee Charles _ okay? If you're looking for a yacht of any kind, because he charters yachts, he does a phenomenal job with what he does, okay? I promise you won't be disappointed. Great energy, great chemistry. And of course, I always got to end it the same way I start. These bars in the holster, pouring up a drink, put my name on the poster. Yep. Women who could rap make you come a little closer. Step out the whip, drop a tip to my chauffeur. Yep. New guest on my list. Champagne's by my hips. It's time to get lit. Y'all know what it is. It's time for rap and mimosas. Thank you for joining, guys.
Next time.